scrutiny, critical observation or examination.
The Youth Scrutiny Panel is a group of young people who try to improve services for young people. The group works with the council, other local organisations and, most importantly, young people to help to improve local services.
Richmond Youth Council have been asked to work with the Democratic Scrutiny Panel service, and we have been asked to look at careers advice in schools.
In our investigation, we looked at what national organisations said about how good careers guidance in schools was, such as Ofsted, which carries out inspections to say how well schools are performing. We then designed a questionnaire and took it into our schools to ask students what they thought about the careers guidance in schools. In January, we interviewed 3 head teachers and a careers coordinator. 4 other schools sent us written evidence.
They will say, right, we haven't done enough on that this year, so we'll change it for next year to make sure, or even in year, to make sure that gets done.
How much time is spent designing careers guidance for the school?
The actual careers advisor, we have 2.5 days a week, and that's his job, so he obviously spends that 2.5 days a week.
Does your school offer pupils time out of school for work experience?
Again, like Greycoat, we had some decisions to make because it used to be compulsory, it used to be a 2-week placement.
What did it feel like interviewing the head teachers? Was it nerve-wracking or was it exciting?
Well, the head teachers that from other schools I didn't know, so it wasn't very hard interviewing them. But I actually interviewed my own head teacher one-on-one, and that was a bit scary. But he was really good in the interview, he was very nice.
Honestly, I thought it was quite good fun to be able to sit there and put them under my thumb and grill them for a good 20 to 30 minutes. I did really want to find out if all schools were the same as mine and didn't offer that much work experience, or whether the careers guidance was up to standards of what the young people needed.
Before we actually asked the questions, I think we were quite scared, a bit nervous, because we thought they'd be quite scary, but as we were the ones in charge, it was quite interesting, quite fun.
Are there any other careers guidance things you do, or is it just the CPSH?
The CPSH days, they do see their tutor regularly.
It was really fun because we got to find out their views on their school and how they think they're doing.
It's about gradually building that understanding and knowledge of what you need to get into the general world of work. I call them the 21st century skills. Those things that employers need from you.
When you've given kids careers advice and they know what they have to do if they want to go into a certain career like law, and they didn't know that a subject like history could help, or English, do you think that promotes a lot more dedication to the subject if they find out? Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it can be really, instrumental in changing attitudes and behaviours to the positive.
Youth Scrutiny is a great way for young people to have their voices heard. Our final witness was from the council's 14 to 19 team, which was looked after young people in this age range. He told us about what the council does to support schools, and we had a discussion about how we thought this could be improved based on all the evidence we have collected. After all, we have collected all our evidence. We have a final meeting to discuss what recommendations we could make to the councillors to make careers guidance in schools even better. And this was all written up in the final report.
The task group will finish with a presentation of all the findings to councillors, telling them why those recommendations have been made and what improvements it will bring to services for young people.
As you've all seen in the report we've given you, this is what we've been doing, but we wanted to show you visually as well as through the quantitative and qualitative data we've given you. This is our story so far.
Thank you. The Scrutiny Panel is a group of young people who try to improve services for young people.
So now, if you turn to page 27, you'll see the table of recommendations.
Careers Coordinator Network meetings should be organised by a council officer 3 times per year, or as often as required, to allow careers coordinators to share knowledge, ideas and best practice, and to receive updates on national guidance and initiatives.
Some young people say, go, school gone only give them 1 week of work experience and it's not enough.
So like we said earlier about the NEETs, we're providing the best facilities possible to advertise the plethora of opportunities they can grab hold of.
We recommend that peer research training be funded for a group of young people and finding solutions to decrease the number of NEETs in Richmond.
Careers advisors should be provided with an office or a space and times for a drop-in sessions should be advertised around the school to maximise their effectiveness.
Any findings and recommendations should be reported to the careers coordinator.
Okay, so Suzette. Yeah, and I was thinking about the cost implications. I wondered if you thought the head teachers of the academies would actually set some aside of their money for especially recommendations 1 and 7 and 8.
Yeah, well, we know a bit about number 1. We know that many of the schools share their careers advisors already.
It's very important that we have someone, a business representative, to make it clear what opportunities and options are available.
I'm genuinely surprised there isn't a document already that outlines best practice and careers guidance. I mean, is there not a document that you can use already?
If there is, I'm not aware of it, but I'm sure.
Are you kidding?
I'm sure this one would be more specific to the schools in the area.
Why is career guidance so important?
I believe careers guidance is important because without it, young people won't know what job they want to go into, and then later in life they're going to regret the career they went into.
What can young people gain from joining the Youth Scrutiny Panel?
Knowing that that we're making a difference and that what we're doing is achieving something and will affect someone gives you a great self-satisfaction.
When we went to present to the council our findings of what we found from interviewing that section of head teachers, I spoke to one counsellor, Lisa, and she said they all really took it into account of what the young people actually feel, and I felt like I'd actually made a difference, which I thought was quite good.
I think it's really important what we're doing.
And it makes you have a bit more confidence in doing other projects, because if this succeeds, well, which it will, then whatever else we do probably will hopefully go the same way.